Learning through storytelling and story acting. The narrator of this presentation is Amanda Kratz, a graduate student of Lemoyne College, 2017. Children are natural storytellers. Storytelling and acting are ways young learners can express their ideas creatively to others. Through storytelling and acting, children are developing many skills. Let's read this quote by Berkowitz together. Oral storytelling supports young children's learning and development differently than stories read aloud from picture books. It gives children an opportunity to exercise their imagination, communicate effectively, enhance their social literacy, and build community in a different way. And also, according to Mardell, when adults tell stories, it creates a classroom environment for storytelling and provides modeling for children to learn from. These are some of the ways in which storytelling and story acting are developmentally appropriate practices. First of all, it is age-related. Storytelling is age-appropriate as children constantly communicate orally to relay information as they continue learning to read and write and experience the real world. Secondly, you learn about each child, increasing relationships with students, working one-on-one to create and transfer a story to writing. Learn about each child and their prior knowledge through what topics they choose for their story. Third, you indulge in the social and cultural context for each child. How does the student choose to tell the story? What is included? Are there dialects or other languages other than English involved? What is it about, and what does this child hold value to? Last, family involvement. Stress the importance of storytelling and invite families to become storytellers at their home and in school to further model storytelling. Storytelling and acting are fantastic ways to support social, emotional, and cognitive learning. Adults can model stories with a message important to social emotional development. Children can also put on their own story acting where they perform various social situations. These messages will help children learn to cope with critical issues. Storytelling and acting is also a great way to scaffold young learners. You can scaffold your students by providing opportunities for children to effectively communicate in storytelling, by learning that print serves as a purpose in a story, and by creating opportunities for children to socialize and learn from each other. Storytelling can also help build a positive classroom community. It can do this through close-up teaching, creating one-to-one opportunities to really get to know your student and build a relationship with them. Collaboration to perform and to create stories. This helps peer relationships. Studies have shown that storytelling and acting practices have increased confidence and therefore increased participation. In storytelling, all ideas are respected. Stories are all one of a kind and shown respect by adults and students. It is the adult teacher responsibility to model this respect. This page showcases the many methods that can be done for storytelling and story acting. In storytelling and story acting, teachers should provide prompts to scaffold students into exploring their story further and adding more details to it. Print can also be incorporated into storytelling. This allows children to understand connection between spoken word and print. Emergent learners can learn letter recognition, punctuation, and much more, building on to their phonological awareness. Now let's look at some ways we can incorporate storytelling into content areas. In math, let's work on problem solving. Have students act out their very own word problem stories for math. This will increase motivation and engagement in learning concepts and developing problem-solving skills. In science, Bergland suggests that incorporating narrative aspects of writing into science writing will make it more influential and engaging for readers. Have students explain their scientific findings or studies, paying attention to setting, character, perspective, and other aspects of narrative writing. In history, have students perform stories about historical figures and events. These are just a few ways that we can incorporate storytelling into content areas. How will you incorporate it into your curriculum?